Hang on a sec. Hang on. You didn't wash this hood. Come on, dude. What's up? You told me you washed it and you put it back down. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, but I didn't hit it all.
You didn't hit it all. No, you didn't hit any of it. This was not washed. You just specifically told me that you put it up and put it down, which wouldn't have made sense anyways. But I mean, you just washed the whole car, dried the whole car, and didn't wash the hood. So, make sure and wash the hood to where the car... Do you understand what I'm getting at here and where we're going with this and how it's kind of off? I mean, I'm not looking to pick your shit apart, but you're leaving it pretty obvious. You're making it pretty hard for me not to pick it apart. Hey. Okay, so towing. Okay. Huh? On what? Just a regular good hard scrub and wash to take care of that. I told him 5 times this morning what I want on the Cadillac, and he just can't remember. I don't know. I'm over and over, and all I'm telling him to do is wash it. That's it. I'm just telling him to wash the car, and I keep having to tell him how. Main thing we're looking for
is get all that.
It's everywhere. And it just poured right out. In fact, when this goes away, this is almost all dried out. When this dries up, it'll dry like this now. But it looks nice and solid. Yeah. So one more time of doing that, you can feel now, we've definitely got it all.
Yeah, I seen this, but actually running to that.
Actually, what?
Like it was running perfectly down the road, and I was like, yo, I worked on one of those.
You don't see them very often. There's not a snowball's chance in hell that I can keep doing this every day on every car I wash. Get a lot shinier, huh?
Yeah, this is the last one.
And you're sure you're getting the lip and everything?
Yeah, the whole from here out.
All this, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Cadillac what?
Cadillac rear. It only did this on the front and in the hood.
Smeary?
Yeah, but everywhere else it came out clean. I thought that was very weird.
It might come off with, you gotta make sure and start doing windows, dude. You're not even wiping these windows when you're washing it. And if you get it while you wash it, it makes it easier and it gets it off. I mean, you can't miss part of the car. It's killing us. Make sure when you do this window, we have to do it with paper towels and Windex type stuff now, because we gotta lift that off there.
But that's what I usually always do though, like.
That don't matter. What matters is this too. Man, seriously? You didn't even do the windows. You did not wash the windows. And all the stuff dripped right over the windows. You've got to start doing the whole car. When you're washing it, you're washing the whole car. You don't leave the hood up and not do that. I mean, this is killing us, man. It makes all the difference in the world. It's why you're... Dude. What is it that you don't get about doing the whole job? That's the problem we're coming into here. Fucking A. We had stuff all over the top of it. Vinyl renewer. It leaked all over the car. You're supposed to wash the whole car. It seems like I'm just complaining all day long. I am. My dog can't see me. I'm so flustered I can't even open my paper towels. I am flustered right now. I am just beside myself that you could leave this half-assed done in here talking to myself in the camera. Beside myself. Breeder! Yeah, this is ridiculous. This is not the way you do things, cutting back into them. This is so depressing. This is such a mistake. It's a toss-up right now, as if I should have you rewash the whole car. I mean, don't you get that there's stuff all over it? Why wouldn't you wash the windows? Can you give me a little input here?
I save windows for last.
No. That doesn't have nothing to do with you save for last. You're supposed to wash. And I've told you a minimum, this is a 6th car, over and over and over again to wash the windows. And you keep telling me what you're doing. I'm not asking for you to come up with some new method. I've got it. I'm the man. I know what gets done here. I've done this forever. Dude, you didn't even wash this.
I did wash the top though.
You did not wash this right here. None of this right here was washed. Nothing here was washed. There's still just stuff dripped all over it. All over it. You're not looking at your work. You're missing this because you've got some method of saving windows for last or something. It's not working. These mirrors aren't even washed. You're washing a car, you're washing the entire car. It's not part of it. Well, I'm not supposed to use the Windex stuff on paint, but at this point, it's almost becoming just as quick to wash the car again. Okay, I got a tow truck on the way. If I didn't have a tow... I got to get a couple more cars here, but Nick, if you're going to just half-ass keep doing everything, there's no need for me to even keep bringing cars. I've got to get somebody else that can do it, that has enough of a common sense of detailing cars and just doing a job all the way through. This is not how this is supposed to be done. All it had to be done is washed. That's it. You wash the car, and then you do the whole car with pink stuff. I don't even do windows separate. I do it with the pink stuff when I've done. I've explained that to you. This is why it's not done right. It's because you can't possibly get into all these. There's still wax on it. Okay, do you understand we've got to lift this stuff off of it, right? We got to get rid of it. It looks like to me that all this time of me talking here for 5 minutes, that you would have grabbed a towel by now instead of standing there with your hands behind your back. I mean, what are you doing? Aren't you thinking you're being paid just standing there? You're being paid. Don't you think maybe you should try to do a little work? Okay, well, where do you see yourself fitting in here? Because, I mean, really, Nick, I'm wondering what to tell you here. What do I tell you? I'm sitting here doing windows by myself.
That's supposed to be my job, right?
Well, hop over there then. Grab a towel. Let's go. You might have to use a few because the shit is just gooey as hell. Unless the stuff is cut through with soap, it makes it almost impossible. What time again for the tow truck? Well, heading out for transport. That's clean.
Well, I think we should do Mercedes. Are we gonna be doing anything to it?
Wait, that's done.
Alright, I say we back it out and pull 2 cars in there.
We just ain't got, we don't know what runs yet. What, we're gonna hit the road. I don't know what we gotta take with us. We're talking on the way. That's good, that's good. That's exactly what I want to talk about, but battery could be old is the most, well, it's not the most obvious, but it is something that could be. One thing that's quite possible on this one is, I mean, it's not even tight, dude. I mean, it's not even, you're not getting a good electrical connection on this car. These were loosened up so much that they just might not be getting a good connection. So we could always, since it's showing 100, the first thing you'd want to do is save me 40 bucks and the time and try and tighten it up, see if that works. That's a good possibility. That battery is probably decent for another while if you're driving the car. If the car's not being driven, 4 days, it's dead. So, I'm gonna make a video. Quick video here on the S600, and Nick has got it washed down. It is super hard to wash cars this time of day with the sun beaming right down on you. But at this point, before a buff, it's not as important. And as you can see, this car ain't so far behind. You see what I mean about the little marks and stuff? It shows up. You wouldn't believe it, but some of it's power washer stuff.
I noticed that.
And that's that. I'll clip more in later. The what now? Yeah, I was going to grab a picture of it on the way out. Make sure, it still seems like you're not washing windows, dude. You're not washing windows. Come on, dude. If you just run a rag over that, that ain't going to be like that. It's dust. That's not washed. I bet this one is. That window, I believe, is washed. That one, you'd have you couldn't convince me with nothing. You know what I mean? Well, I can see on the back here. Look, guaranteed, you're missing the windows, dude. You're 100% missing the windows. Make sure, and I can see on the top because of the power washer, you missed the top too. But mostly the windows. If you're not doing the car as a whole, you're gonna miss something somewhere. Do it as a whole. That way all this stuff's blasted out too. You totally missed blasting this all out. And we'll get it after the wax. It's not the end of the world. Hot.
Like,
this is how you tell if they have the original windshield still. You know,
like, I sprayed it.
It dried right up.
I was like, alright. So I sprayed it. I did it in sections. I sprayed one section. I wiped that section down. And then I power washed it again. And then I came over with a rag.
It'll be easy with the better schedule on the morning on Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
We're doing all black cars now, it seems. Not to be racist about it. Yeah, it's going to depend on what drives here, because I can't block all the driving cars in. Yeah. So the Aurora and the Cadillac can probably go over there. What we're bringing down, I don't know if it's going to run. So hopefully I'll get those two pictured final. See, I gotta wait for tomorrow's Sunday. I might do the Cadillac. I don't know. We just had to get all that stuff off either way. But when I do that Cadillac, I want it to be less people out there. Just too many people today.
Yeah.
Is he on his way yet?
He hasn't called me. I'll call him right now.
Well, I'm kind of waiting. I mean, it's 11 o'clock almost. Let him know we're waiting around.
Let me call him, okay?
Bye. Did you want the window down? No more Lincoln. This is comfortable, but it ain't like that Lincoln, is it? That Lincoln's just laid back. Yeah, this is all right. You know what? If this wasn't a limited and it wasn't all leathered out and a little bit more plush,
yeah,
I'd be all bummed out because that Lincoln's just too comfortable. I called him up yesterday after he got home, back up to Hemet, and asked him how he liked it. He's like, "Oh man, I love it. It was just awesome."
And then the bus schedule fucked me up this morning. I'm sitting there at the bus stop for 2.5 hours, just chilling.
What, you got there for the first bus?
Yeah, and I called Samantha. I was like, y'all been seeing since like 5-something. I was all like,
a lot of times they don't put that schedule up, and so you can't find the schedule for that day. Did they have it up?
Yeah, they had it up.
They had it up though, huh?
Look at it. Like, I looked at it last night, and then I put my alarm clock. And then as soon as I got Wi-Fi, I checked the bus schedule. It said 7:19.